Okay, this is the next part of this tutorial, the scope of this weapon. Um, so what am I going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use basic shapes to um, shape up the form of the scope. And when I'm done, I'm going to use Dynamesh to fit them all together, making one organic looking shape. And then I'm going to add some smaller details like screws to it, and finally combine it with the weapon, I guess. Right now this is the front of the scope. I can't give you the name of the scope right now because I don't know the name, but I think the reference pictures or all the names of the reference pictures will be in the link below. I'm using this slide curve brush and then closing holes because the clip brushes didn't work out. They give me some weird edges that I didn't want. Right now I'm working with the red matte cap wax material. So this is really just like the weapon, blocking out shapes, looking at the reference picture, of course. I don't have the back side of the scope, only the left and right side, so all I'm doing is really guessing what it looks like on the back. But um, now I dynamesh this because I didn't have enough resolution anymore to make some of the parts that I wanted. Um, and there are no sharp edges on this as well. So really, I'm making use of the primitive shapes that are already in Zbrush. So we have the square, we have the cylinder. For the most part, I'll be using the I think the cylinder and the square, and then just also the circle, of course, the sphere. All I'm doing is really putting the shapes together so that I can finally dynamesh them. all I'm doing is matching what is already on the reference picture. This scope is relatively easy to make, so um, I don't think it will take more than 20 to 30 minutes. There's not something new that I'm doing right now, so um, there's not a lot to explain. For this one, I think I will only use Shadowbox one time, and that is when I'm going to add the attachments for the rails. This is for now just Dynamesh, adjusting, cleaning, and then finally merging together, adding smaller details. So now that I have the final part, which is 6,000, 6,000, which the point count is 6,038. It's a little bit on the high side, but that comes because of the scale of the mesh. So now I will finally Dynamesh it and then smooth it out so that it looks a little bit organic. So we have a organic type of hard surface look. this is basically the main shape we are going to work on. And the resolution just got lower. Instead of 6,000 it went to instead of 600,000 it went to 300,000. Right now I'm pushing in the space of the scope because I want to add some I guess some binoculars in there. Um, I'm adding the chambers where the screws will go in. So with the help of Shadowbox I'm going to create the chamber for the binoculars. I'm just matching the objects just like they are on the reference picture. Um, right now I'm adding the buttons where you can adjust the view distance, I guess, and zoom in. I'm using a combination of masking and moving, and then finally dynameshing to um, get a cleaner result. The scope doesn't consist of too many parts, so it's relatively easy to make. And for the rounded parts I'm using radio symmetry to make them. It makes it a lot easier to create the same effect all over the mesh. So next up is the scope for the backside of the full attachment. It's already shaping up really nicely. Um, the both sides of the scope aren't symmetrical. Only the main shape is, but the right side has a different button than the left side. Just using a sphere to add the glass of the scope, I guess. And with the help of Shadowbox, I can create much more precise shapes. This is the attachment of the rails. So this part will basically stick to the rails, and it should hold the scope on the weapon. So just adding in the smaller details now, like screws and bolts. So the scope is nearly finished now. The only thing left is are the screws for the um, attachment wheel, where the weapon will attach to the rails, and the screws that hold the entire main shape together, and finally a button on the backside, and that is pretty much it. Um, yeah, pretty much adding the screws, not keeping into the same direction because we want to make them look random. Um, Next up is the back of the binocular, the button on the back side of it. It's similar to the ones on the middle of the scope. So adding the final details right now. So the screws that hold the front and the back together, of course, and of course adding some sort of bump here for the back button. So I'm really looking for ways to add some final details, but it doesn't really work out right now because the object that I'm trying to add detail on is too thin. So what you get is either some weird folds on the inner part of it, or the glasses where the glasses on the scope are pretty much hindered by the details that I'm adding. So just finding ways to add some some interesting looks to the design. So this is pretty much the scope. I'm going to separate the parts here because I want to, of course, add them to the weapons, and it shouldn't look like they're um, folding into the weapon. So what I do is I'm going to separate them like this, then merge them, put them on the weapon, and then push them back together. So as you can see, this is the finished weapon, this is the finished scope. I'm going to merge everything together, um, and then just scale it in, put it on the weapon, and I guess that would be the end of this weapon tutorial for now. As you can see, now I can move it to fit the rail a little bit better, because it looks like it's floating around now. So inverse the mask and then move it in, and this is pretty much it. Guys, thank you for watching this. I will show you a turntable of this model, and I guess till the next tutorial.